Hello and welcome back for another video, and this time we are again diving into another contest entry. This is the Mams Music Pilgrimage contest. It's hosted by the music ma'am Rachel in celebration of uh, reaching 215 subscribers. So a huge congrats on that. We have 3 questions here, and the first one is like the contest name. Show us some, tell us, show a photo or story or something about the music pilgrimage you have visited, like Abbey Road or stuff like that. I have not been on Abbey Road, but I have couple, like a couple of places connected to one Finnish band. The band is Eppu Normaali, one of my all-time favorite bands. Very famous Finnish band, and I have two kind of, I could say there are pilgrimage places to Eppu Normaali fans. And the first one is the title of this album, Akun tehdas, the factory of Akus. And now, kind of trivia, which this album cover, what very famous album cover it represents? Answer in the comments, maybe. I'm pretty sure all of you have seen the kind of like original album cover, and I guess the guys of Eppu Normaali were a huge fan of that band, so they did kind of this thing. But that's not the point. The point is Akun tehdas. So it's kind of like a studio and like kind of like home place of Eppu Normaali. If I'm right, it was started way back when I wasn't even born. It was in the 2000s. It was like a fan shop and stuff like that, but it closed in for like visitors in 2014, 15, maybe. I'm not sure. And here is the funny story about it. Me and my dad, he was also a huge Eppu Normaali fan. We're visiting some of my relatives on the Ylöjärvi. I actually have a map here. Here is the map of Finland. And the Ylöjärvi is over here, near Tampere. Over here. And I live like over here. In Savonlinna. And yeah. We like drove to the Akun tehdas, the parking space. We were like, why is this so quiet here? We like go around, we see there's no one in there. There are some lights, but not. We don't see anyone. The door is open. We just like, well, let's see if there's someone in there. We go in and start like shouting at, hey, is there anyone here? Then like some of the workers came, hey, what are you doing at like whatever. We were like, hey, is the Eppu Normaali like fan shop still here? Or they were like, no, it's actually been moved to the like 2 blocks away in the backstage workshops office, and we were like, oh. So turns out the Akun tehdas wasn't even like open to visitors anymore. So I could say we're one of the last visitors that like outside of like the bands or roadies or the other workers, we were one of the last that got to visit Akun tehdas. So that's really cool. Then the other place is also Eppu Normaali, but this time it was a like legit thing, and we just started like broke into something. And they were really cool, the guys here. But the Eppu normally have a statue, stage, like whatever, in the Ylöjärvi, which I showed. We went there. It was built in like 2016 or 17, and we went there last summer with my dad. It was a really cool looking. I don't think I have any pictures of it. No, I don't think I have any. But I think you can look it up online if you're interested. Like Eppu Normaalia and Patsas. Or like Eppu Normaali Ylöjärvi, if you're interested. So we went there. It's like it's not like now my English is not enough. The statue doesn't have like a band members or album covers or anything like that. It's like kind of like piece of metal which represents like the like door and wall of the like a hut like where the guys of Eppu Normaali used to work in their like 70s and early 80s, and like where they recorded and hanged out in the early days. It was like you have to look at it from different like several angles and to look up close it that you get the idea. And if you don't know nothing about Eppu Normaali, it may not look so good, but it was really cool. Actually, kind of cool looking. A bit different than like the normal statues there are. But those are two places I have visited. The second question is maybe a bit boring on my part. Tell us a story about your YouTube username. Mine's Jesse Korhonen is just my name. I don't have any story behind it. I have thought about like maybe coming up with a clever username because the Jesse Korhonen is a bit hard to pronounce for like foreigners. Like the last name Korhonen is very Finnish, and if you're not like English speaker, it can be quite hard to pronounce. But for now, it's just my name, like my real name. But then the last question. Show a song, a melody or lyrics or something that you think are beautiful. Now, I know I just showed this album. I think, was it this or last week? No, it was this week. But I'm just loving this whole album. I think it's so beautiful. Myrkur, Folkesange. Like everything of this album is so beautiful. I'm not going to show the vinyl because I'm still salty about what happened. Yeah. I kicked my stand. The cover is very beautiful. And this is not a it's like, can you see it? Like canvas style. You can kinda see it, that it's not like a straight cardboard. You can kinda see it. It's very beautiful, and no, the lyrics aren't here. I mean the songs. But this is a really beautiful album overall. But the one song I'm going on here is the House Carpenter. It's on like really old Irish or Scottish folk song, which has been around for like centuries. And I think the Myrkur's version is absolutely beautiful. I really love it. You can find like tons of different versions of it. Bob Dylan did his own version of it. It's not something that Dylan's version is maybe not a beautiful in that sense, but it's like Dylanish. I think I like this even more. I like this way more. It's basically about. Well, I'm not gonna spoil it if you want to listen to it. I'm still on the fence because the Myrkur left the ending part of that song away when the song turns really dark. I don't know if I like it or not because it would have been kind of cool if the like whole story was in the song, but I guess it's okay. And it is a quite dark song, but the Myrkur's voice and the melody and the I just think it's an absolutely beautiful song, like the whole album. Definitely give it a listen if you have time and you are even at all into like folk. Highly recommended. But I think that is it. Three questions done. Um, Once again, huge congrats to Rachel for reaching 215 subscribers. It's a quarter to 1000 subscribers. So congrats on that. And good luck to everyone in the contest and see you next time.